6:42 p.m. today on Tuesday, November 10th, I got this emergency alert, public safety alert on my phone. Burp, burp. LA City, COVID-19 cases are increasing. Please wear a mask and social distance and get tested if you have symptoms or might have been exposed. LA City is offering free testing with results in less than 24 hours. Sign up at blee blah 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 blee. So, and what's the stock market doing? The stock market's acting as if we're going to open up. But I'm hearing on the news that the president-elect is saying he's in favor of more lockdowns. So I'm like, okay, then, we're already saying, okay, all the stocks that were, being hurt because of the lockdown have gone down, down, down. Airlines and restaurants and, food establishments and oil and so on. That has all gone down. But it's starting to come up because they announced that we got the thing from Pfizer, the medication or whatever treatments that they can give. So the stocks are starting to rise up. And then everything that was stay-at-home stocks that were up high, those are starting to come down. But I don't know. With this here and the things that I'm hearing, I don't know. I wouldn't, again, hold. So this really speaks volumes, if you ask me. We're saying, oh, there's a big spike suddenly, and it's crazy. And so I don't know. I think tomorrow we're going to flip the other way. The recovery stocks are going to go back down, and the stay-at-home stocks are going to go back up. I mean, I don't know. But again, why invest in such an environment where you could either be this way or you could be that way? So as a long-term investor, for me, I'm in no rush. You don't want to be a rush to get into the stock market. I don't care if you miss your favorite company of all time. I would rather do diligence than scramble and panic and grab some shares and just be XYZ. You can always grab some shares $10 more higher, $20 higher. It doesn't matter. If you're in something for the long term, the daily price activity isn't as important. I know that we all like to watch it and we all like to see if it goes down. Let's get in there. Hey, let's. It's like, oh, it's like Neo. Neo's at 41, 42, 43. Everybody's like, well, if it gets down to like 30 something, then I'll buy. So what's the difference? It goes down to $5. Big deal. You know what I mean? You're in for the long term. In 10 years, who's going to care where you bought that stock? You see what I'm saying? If you believe in a company, you just dive in. If you've done your research and you know what they're doing, why are you waiting? So I don't see any particular companies that I'm not in already that I need to get into because I'm worried. If anything, I'm worried that not only do we have the pandemic happening, I have sort of an overall feeling that there's still a lot more pain to come in the market. Could be this year, could be next year, I'm not sure. But I'm still cautious. So I'm still on hold, but if I see an opportunity, I'll jump in there. You got to be able to jump in, You know how I am. I'm in the weeds, I'm checking it out, and if something happens, I'm like, oh! So let's do an update on some of the stocks we talked about yesterday. Netflix. Netflix now, as I predicted, popped today. Because, like I said, yes, it went down. It was a stay-at-home stock. But it popped today because, like I said, I didn't see much of a reason for it to go down anyway. Unless people are doing mass, canceling their subscriptions, they're going to be fine. Because during the pandemic, they had, record numbers of people subscribing. Well, they're still subscribed. I don't see them like, hey, the pandemic's over. Cancel all my subscriptions, man. So today they were up $7.39. Is there still room to get in? Yeah, I think so. Netflix was at 500. So, me, I've already got a nice substantial position. Maybe I'll get in. I'm waiting. I got no rush, So, I think Netflix is still strong. It's good. Whether we lock down or we don't lock down, Netflix is going to be fine, in my opinion. So, all right, we also talked about Zoom yesterday, and it went down like $80 or something, and it was like, whoa. This was the ultimate stay-at-home stock. People can't talk to each other unless they have Zoom. I mean, supposedly. I've only used it a handful of times, but I get it. It's popular. It's going to be used. But my argument was, well, isn't the stay-at-home economy sort of becoming a reality now? Haven't a lot of companies said, we're going to keep a lot of our staff home even when we do open back up? And if we're going to get more lockdowns, this is just going to make it even more popular. So again, I'm not going to be surprised if Zoom zooms back up, because if we get any kind of a lockdown, it's going to go up. But I also think once the dust settles on all the selling, all the panic, what I think is happening here is people are panicking. I mean, today, again, it's down $34 more. So we're down over $100 in 2 days. Even after it goes down, I might try to get in, because this program's not going to disappear. Again, they didn't cancel their subscriptions. So I think people are going to get used to it. They're going to just say, hey, I mean, I started doing it, actually. I started contacting my friends, and we'd have a little chat, and we'd just sit there and have a chat. And that was just easier than me trying to drive down there and getting XYZ. So I think it's going to just become more acceptable to have conversations over video conferencing. But we're going to wait and see on this stock. We're going to wait and see, and maybe we'll sneak in. Me personally. Bleep, 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 warning, warning, alert, alert. Just to let everybody know, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't manage anyone else's money. I only invest myself. I'm giving you my opinions. You should take my advice or other people's advice and decide for yourself. Just a disclaimer. All right, interesting that I picked Home Depot yesterday. It was down like $12. Today it's up $5.60. So now I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it'll drop down and maybe stay there because, stay at home. But again, maybe stay at home is still happening. We're hearing about more lockdowns. So again, Home Depot's a strong stock. I'm not surprised it popped back up. Again, people were panicking. And they were just like, sell, hurry, sell. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So the only competition Home Depot really has is Lowe's. Now Lowe's has been doing well. Lowe's is up quite a bit in 6 months, but it's also dropped a lot in the last couple of days. So I'm not sure where Lowe's is going. Those are two pretty good companies, but it's hard. They're kind of a coin toss, really. But Home Depot was there first, so to me, you just got more people going there. And just from what I see more contractors, more the people that are really needed every day seem to be going there. When I go to Lowe's, it's more like people that don't work there do construction work. They're not contractors. They're just people looking for stuff. That's just my personal experience. And by the way, personal experience is very important in stock prices. If you have some personal experience with the company, with anything about the company, that is valuable to your stock investment. If you go in every time and you can't find anyone to help you, then that's a bad thing. And that's what used to be Lowe's. You'd be wandering around, you're just like, is there anyone in here? Who's going to help me? So it goes that way sometimes, but it's valuable because you can see what may become a trend. Or if you see that there's big lines of returns all the time, it's sort of like, well, there's so many returns. And then you go to Lowe's, and actually Lowe's has a lot of returns too. But try to incorporate your experiences into your thought process when you're buying stocks. I can't express enough how valuable that is. All right, let's look at one of the recovery stocks. We talked yesterday about Royal Caribbean. And they were up $16. And I was like, well, am I going to get in? No, I'm not getting in. And today it's down $1.70, 2%. It's at $73. So it's still holding mostly the 16% bump. It may drop back down if we're locked down again. But what if we're not? It's to me, this is just a hold. This is a little bit of you're just in stealth mode. You're in the weeds, but you're not going to pounce. Your tail is up. You're not hunting. Tigers and lions need to get places. They can't creep around to get everywhere. I mean, come on, we can't let those zebras see us, They're like, we're walking through wherever we want. We're just not hunting today. So I just wanted to do a quick update and talk about some of the stocks we went over yesterday and see how they're faring and give you my thoughts on just the sentiment of the market. So overall, again, I'm just wary. I'm in a holding pattern. If I see an opportunity, I'll get it. But Don't rush. Don't panic. There's just no need for it. You're just going to lose your money. And when you're dealing with your money, you want to be sure. And what I do, I scrutinize my favorite companies the most. I mean, I'm pushing Tesla, I'm pushing Apple. I want to find out if they're right or they're wrong, or we're in trouble or we're not in trouble. So you can't be biased. Your money is what we're talking about. So you don't want to be like, oh, but I like the company, even though everybody else keeps quitting. All right, we'll get you on the next one. Take care.